Hi mech fans. I'm Mechalaro. Welcome to my channel. I got to build the new Cole's Titan Dragon mech set. It really is the best LEGO mech set I got to build so far. It has great articulation and shelf presence. But I still found some things I want to improve further. I didn't like how the shoulder armor hits the head when the arms are raised. It might be due to the size of the shoulder armor or the torso is not wide enough. It doesn't look that bad at some angles, but it looks funny when the mech raises both of its arms. Another aspect I didn't like was the huge gap between the arms and the body. Maybe the flat design of the inner biceps made the gap look bigger. This could also be an effect of the small torso design. The waist was stuck in a bent position, so it could only rotate and couldn't stand up straight. While this makes it sturdier for kids to play with, it feels like a bit of a missed chance. Plus, there's no back skirt armor, which is kind of a bummer. The head was too far from the torso. The wings can't be folded to save space. It also only had one useful point of articulation. With those issues in mind, I upgraded mine to my own version of a better Cole's Titan Dragon. I kept most of the original design and only improved the issues I found. I focused more on the body, shoulders, and wings. The added canopy hides the pilot and helps the head to be set at the right spot. The shoulder armor no longer hits the head when the arms are raised, and they can still rotate 360 degrees. I moved the big gray piece from the thigh to the bicep to give it a stronger look. The wings now can be folded to conserve shelf space. It can still spread out the back like in the original design. I added a weapon storage for the sword at the left skirt armor. Added some plates and tiles to the arms and legs to remove some gaps or hide some studs. The waist can now bend forward and backward, allowing for more dynamic action poses. All the modifications are easy and help bring out the best in this mech. So, let's build it. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more LEGO mech content. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay updated on my latest videos. Be sure to check out my Rebrickable page, where you can purchase instructions for my best builds. Each purchase includes part lists, and some even come with exclusive features only available in the instructions. Thanks to all my viewers and everyone who's bought my instructions. Your support means a lot and helps me make more builds. The waist was the easiest part to improve. I added some ratchet pieces and a 2x4 brick with pinholes. Other modifications are to improve the look of the waist. I also added the weapon storage to the left side skirt. This modification can be used with the original torso. You may remove the slope pieces beside the ratchet joint if those falls too often. Mirror the steps for the other side. I used 1x2 plates with ball attachments on the sides to hold the skirt armor and maintain clean proportions. The black color also blends well with the rest of the build. Mirror the steps for the other side. The slope piece conceals the large hole in the middle of the ratchet joint. You can remove it to give the waist more range when bending forward, but the exposed hole won't look good. The new back skirt armor blends well with the original design. Mirror the steps for the other side. Mirror the steps for the other side. Make 2 copies. I use curved slope and wedge pieces to replace the rocky gray piece and remove some studs from the legs. Inverted tiles at the back hide the anti-studs to make the thighs look smooth. These are minor changes and the pieces used are easy to find. Upgrading the torso helps to solve the issues with the shoulder armor hitting the head and adding a canopy so that the head can place better above the torso. Widening this part greatly impacts the aesthetics of the mech. Retaining the chest armor design was harder than I expected. Make 2 copies. I used tan-colored pieces for the seat of the cockpit and gold round pieces with bars as controls. I added these round studs with bars to simulate pistons on the side of the torso near the arms. It adds mechanical details to the build and I wish I can add more of these to the mech, especially around the joints. Mirror the steps for the other side. This bar holds the neck of the mech and helps to swing the head forward when accessing the pilot seat. Make 2 copies. Mirror the steps for the other side. Make 2 copies. The canopy was a bit tricky. I need to make it compact so I don't need to increase the size of the torso further than needed. The canopy sits near the top of the minifigure's head. Mirror the steps for the other side. For the chest armor, I just added some wedge plate and tile pieces to both sides to increase its width. Make 2 copies. The waist has 2 points of articulation for the front and the back. I made a simple design for the wings using mixel joints. It can be folded for easier storage. Make 2 copies. Mirror the steps for the other side. I used the same backpack from the original design. I adjusted the shoulder connection to minimize the gap between the arms and the body. I then added tiles to hide the studs. Mirror the steps for the other side. I moved the big rocky piece from the thigh to the inner bicep. I then replaced slope pieces to remove the studs in the bicep and forearms. Inverted tile was added to the back of the bicep as well. I replaced the wedge piece at the back of the elbow as it falls often. I replaced the big wedge piece to remove the studs. I also removed the 2x2 plate under the gold round tile. I added some orange plates to the armor of the forearms to remove the gap. I added a new piece in the middle of the head to centralize the neck connection. I then replaced the side slopes to remove the visible studs. I replaced the 1x2 gold pin connector in the sword for a couple of Technic pieces that will let me add an axle bar. This will allow me to store the sword to the side skirt of the mech. I also replaced the orange handle with light gray Technic pieces. Adjust the neck if the head is blocking the canopy. Ensure that the minifigure's legs are securely connected to the tan tile inside the cockpit. You may push down the head to make the neck look better. Overall, I really like this set and plan to use this scale for my future Ninjago Titan mech builds, as it offers basic articulation and excellent shelf presence. It only needed a few simple upgrades. Kudos to the designer for creating such an awesome set. Thanks for watching.